This weekend, the NASCAR world will be filing into Darlington, South Carolina for what is the first of two race weekends at the Darlington Raceway. And this year, it is also the weekend of throwbacks. So, this got me thinking of what the best Darlington throwbacks have been so far in this tradition. So that's what we're going to look at today. The criteria for this is simple. In order to be included on this list, a paint scheme must have been raced or scheduled to be raced at any of the Darlington throwback races from 2015 to this current year of 2021. With that being said, I must also say that this is an opinion piece, not fact. If you disagree with my picks, I'm 100% okay with that, and I actually encourage it. So with that being said, let's get into it. At number 10, we have Jimmie Johnson's 2020 tribute to Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty. Now, this is on the list really for being creative. I love the creativity of doing two throwbacks in one and making it actually look good and unique. I love that they use both fonts for the numbers, both the Petty font for the 43 and the 3 font for Dale Earnhardt. Both colors of the cars also being on the track. The famous red and blue Petty colors with the black Intimidator colors. It's really creative, so it has to be on for that. And also, this screams Jimmie Johnson for one reason: humbleness. Say what you want about his racing career, you cannot take away how humble Jimmie Johnson has been, and this just goes to show it. At number 9 is Austin Dillon's 2018 Dale Earnhardt 1995 All-Star Throwback Scheme. I love this because of the silver color of it. Under the lights, it just looks immaculate. And that's exactly what made it stick out when Dale Earnhardt drove it. So bringing it back, and also bringing back a scheme that a lot of people may not know about, seeing how it happened at the time, 23 years before, is perfect. And great accuracy too. This is a very accurate scheme, but I would expect nothing less from Richard Childress to do this with his grandson. Also, really awesome to see the crew shirts match. That's a really nice touch. At number 8 is Clint Bowyer's 2019 throwback to Tony Stewart's 2011 championship winning paint scheme. This to me was the most accurate of the 2019 throwbacks. What I love about it is this is one of Smoke's best schemes in my opinion. This is also the first one that I actually as a fan was able to watch live. So it was pretty surreal for me to see this as a throwback. It's a great tribute to Tony Stewart also, as he was going to be going into the Hall of Fame. And of all the championship throwbacks that they had for Stewart that weekend at SHR, this definitely was the best one. Also, having some of the sponsors come back, like Mobil 1, was really good to make the accuracy on point. At number 7 was Kyle Larson's 2015 Mellow Yellow throwback. Now, right off the bat, I gotta say, we need more mellow yellow cars, so seeing it back at the track for this throwback weekend was awesome to see. What I like is that the color of the green just pops off when it's under the lights. And that's something that I think a lot of these throwback schemes, when the race was under the lights, needed to do, is play off of that, make it look better at night. And Kyle Larson's team and Ganassi did that. Kyle Larson also had a really nice throwback mustache, which was really cool to see. I love when drivers get into it with that little bit of a touch, and I will add that in and add those points in when it comes to the throwback. In my opinion, this was the best throwback of the first year of doing it in 2015, and I think that this one especially helped pave the way to normalize the throwback weekend even more than it already was going to be. Number 6 is KRIS Wright's 2021 throwback to Ron Hornaday's 2005 truck. This is in true truck throwback fashion. A lot of the truck series was throwing back to Cup regulars or Xfinity, but this is really good having it be a truck series throwback. And I like the willingness to adapt the side of the car with the sponsoring to say Good Right. Good Wrench doesn't exist anymore, so there's no way that you could have brought that back. But seeing how well they did it with the font is awesome to me. And the accuracy to Hornaday is great. Hornaday is somebody who doesn't get celebrated enough in NASCAR history, so I like that he's able to get celebrated here. Also, it's just flat out badass. At number 5 is Casey Mears' 2016 throwback to Smokey Yunick. I mean, first of all, it's a throwback to Smokey Yunick. That deserves praise on its own, because while he is someone who's in the Hall and someone who has been celebrated, he's not somebody who's a household name to diehard NASCAR fans now. So that history needs to be further shown in different ways like a throwback. The gold car is great. The gold coloring, I should say, is great. I love the way that it contrasts with the black, and it's very, very accurate. And I gotta say, the gold wheels too is a great touch, and Geico being flexible enough to adapt their logo with it, that to me is a great showing of selflessness from the sponsor, and I wish more sponsors would be this into the throwback. Also, if anyone's noticed, the contingencies are throwback as well, and I love that touch. At number 4 is Brandon Brown's 2021 throwback to Dale Jarrett's 2002 car. This one, oh my god, it's so accurate. I love it. The number font is accurate to it. I love seeing that old Yates number font brought back to the modern day. Kyle Busch did it with the M&M scheme last year, but it just wasn't the same as seeing this one. Also, the BMS on the side looks just like the UPS logo. And I know that since UPS isn't in the sport and probably didn't have interest in coming back, it's fine to have this little difference. That's okay. Honestly, I wish more throwbacks would be this creative and show this much effort in doing their throwback. Heading up to the podium at number 3, we have William Byron's 2019 throwback to Days of Thunder. The neon colors. All I have to say, I'll say more, but the neon colors under the lights is perfect. There's a reason that even 2 years later, people still love putting pictures up of this car, love racing it on different games, and just all around want more of this. Also, the City Chevy logos, great touch with the movie accuracy. The skit that they did, that was awesome to see, just because again, I love seeing effort and extra effort being put into the throwback weekend. It shows that the team cares about it. At runner-up, we have Corey LaJoie's 2021 Alan Kulwicki Xerox throwback. I love this one. This is my favorite modern one. And yes, I have a few modern ones on here. It might be some recency bias, but you know what? I absolutely love this car. The number font is correct for the right number. That's an awesome play by Spire. Love that. They got the sponsor back on the car. That's even better. And it honors a legend whose old shop they're using. That right there is a perfect way to show that you understand your history. And that's something that a lot of teams get wrong. Props on Spire for understanding where parts of their team have come from. And for me, at number 1 is Landon Cassill's 2019 throwback to the Silver Bullet. The Silver Bullet right there. The scheme has its own name. That shows how iconic it is. But beyond that, the number, while not the same way that LaJoie's was, is still in the same font as the 40 car was back then. The double zeros have the same font as the 0 in the 40. So that right there, awesome to see. The Starcom fiber is in the Coors Light font. That is something with the sponsor again, where I have to say, mad respect for doing that. Because from a glance, it looks like it's Coors Light. The silver shines both in the day and in the night. That silver paint is sparkling in the sun, but it's also glowing in the dark. When you have it work on both day and night, that right there gets you above 90% of the competition. The mountains look great on it too. It looks like the Silver Bullet Mountains. And I gotta say, it's just all around very accurate. And for me, it hits that tinge of nostalgia and is why I put it over LaJoie's throwback, because I watched this scheme run when I was first a fan. So I do have nostalgia for it. I will admit that. But for me, This one is number one, and it's really going to be hard for anybody to beat it. But now, those are only my thoughts. I want to hear what yours are. Give me your top 10 favorite throwbacks from the Darlington Throwback Weekends. Let me know down in the comments below what they are. While you're at it, leave a like on this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more great NASCAR content like this. And until next time, have a good one.